Welcome back to Authentic Conversations. I am your host, Darty.
And I'm your host, KP, and here we have real conversations
with real women in their 20s.
Yeah. So, y'all, we're getting right through the season, ain't it?
We flying through that bad boy. We whipping through that thing, okay?
Yep. I hope y'all keeping up. Go ahead and follow us on TikTok at authentic_conversations. Because, y'all, the way we moving, it's about our time for a break. So, if y'all want to continue to see us, definitely follow us on TikTok. But what we getting into today, Donnie?
So we talking about that we go together.
We go together real bad.
Real bad. So we're gonna be talking about like our own experiences with, talking and dating in our 20s and how that has been going for us.
Yeah. Okay. We're just gonna go based off of what we've experienced.
Yes, our own experience.
Yeah, so what has been I'm gonna say this. I don't wanna blaze anyone. I think this is a pretty touchy topic for a lot of women because you dudes be doing some
messed up stuff,
questionable things.
Very much so.
No disrespect to anybody, but we're just gonna get into our perspective. So I want to first talk about the talking, like how you feel about the talking stage or the whole talking experience.
I ain't gonna lie. I feel like at this point, we too grown to be talking.
I agree.
I feel like I've gotten to that point where it's like either we dating, you feel me?
Or we together.
Yeah, period. Because it's just like, what we talking about? We can do that in dating. It's like this. Come on now.
Yeah, I think I don't want to say it's a young man's or young woman's sport, but I just feel like talking is like a waste of time.
Yeah.
And even we got we go together real bad.
Yeah.
Like even the way Carisha described that, that's still a waste of time, y'all.
Yes.
Not to be funny, but it's like I think at least let's just put on the table what we're looking for.
Yeah. Okay.
Because y'all like to. Let me not say y'all. Let me.
Don't do that because you're like, what you mean, y'all? You not talking about me.
I'm just gonna continue to say most people. That's what I'm gonna say.
Yeah, do that.
Most people are just like talking and they feel like they don't know what they want. And to me, if you don't know what you want, you shouldn't be dating.
Period.
And if you say that you don't know what you want, then you should be fully aware that you could lose this easy. Because you don't know what you want.
Right.
Who's gonna sit around? Well, let me not say who. Everybody is not gonna sit around and wait for you to figure it out.
No.
I'm very much at this point, I don't want to go through the trenches with nobody. I went through the trenches with somebody and I don't want to go through the trenches with nobody. Catch me or call me when you got it together.
Yeah.
Talk when you know what you want. Mm-hmm. But I will say, I think the talking stage is just made up.
Yeah, and I'm tired of, talking about the same stuff. At this point, it's getting very boring. Like, y'all, I was about to say something else. Y'all dudes don't be talking about nothing. I talked about this in my story. Y'all be talking about the same stuff. Like, give me something new to talk about.
Yeah.
Like, I'm done playing little 21 questions.
Ooh, 21 questions. How old are we? 16?
Very much so. Going questions back and forth. Like, I'm tired of that. I'm going to give you the little general information about me. And if you got any more questions, let me know.
Yeah.
Because y'all don't be on nothing. And then another thing I want to just throw in there. Mm-hmm. If I tell you my preference or whatever, I tell you what I like, and you get mad that you don't fit it, that's not my problem.
Yeah.
You're just not that guy.
That's kind of like
I talked about it in my story as well. Y'all better tap into my story.
But that's why exactly I said you should be fully prepared to lose this.
Yeah.
Because, well, first off, you ain't losing nothing because it ain't nothing.
You ain't never had.
Yeah, it ain't nothing.
You ain't never had it to lose it.
But at the same time, it's like everybody just be trying to hold on.
Like,
or like
no.
fight for something. That's the thing. I think in the talking stage, we're literally fighting for something that does not exist.
Right.
Like, why am I fighting? Like, why would I fight for you? Or why you like trying so hard off of something that you know is not gonna work? Or for two, even if you haven't like hope that it's gonna work, you have some type of doubt. So it's like, why are we even fighting for something that's not even deep in? You talking about, oh, we've been through this and that. No, we haven't.
Been through what, sir? What are you talking about? Delusional at this point.
But I think in my experience, and this is just me, I think that the talking stage is like, you know, first it starts off cute. And then it's a point where it just start going left.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think with my experience, so you start off, y'all talking, y'all texting, y'all calling, you like, oh yeah, like this dude's cool or this girl's cool, like I'm feeling her. And then y'all going on dates, y'all hanging out, y'all getting a little booed up, you know, y'all go together real bad.
Boot up.
Okay. Y'all doing all that. And then it's like, okay, so, you know, now we kind of almost together.
Are we gonna be exclusive? Y'all don't never try to make it like past that stage because it's like, you know, stages. You know that I learned in school, like, you know, you doing the dating, and then
you're supposed to transition.
Yeah, but I do definitely I got a question.
Okay.
So with dating, I talked about this on my live.
Okay.
Do you believe on going on dates with multiple people? Like, is that a problem?
I don't think it's a problem because that is dating. Like, if you look up dating, like that's what it is. It's literally like dating.
Yeah.
It's an act. It's a verb. It's not. It doesn't say nothing about what it's called, monogamy.
So how I feel about, you know, dating. You can date multiple people.
Oh yeah.
Okay. I don't understand what the issue is, what the problem is. Have I did it? Give or take, yeah. Was I doing it all at the same time?
Now this is the real tea.
Questionable, maybe.
Do you tell those people that you dating?
I'm not even gonna lie. I don't tell them, but they already know.
Do you confirm?
Yes, once I get asked. Okay. Once I get asked, I confirm. I don't like say it like, well, I like, oh, I'm dating multiple people because, okay, I'm gonna tell y'all about.
What?
Okay, I'm gonna tell you about a situation that I had a little hiccup about. So I was dating. I'm gonna use that real loose. Dating this guy, or whatever, and I know for me that I need like just mental breaks from like guys. I'm not even gonna lie, because like talking to people every day, like I could care less. Not even gonna lie.
Please tell her that it's not realistic.
They be trying to make it realistic.
You gonna take a break from your man if he was your boyfriend?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
I mean, because why you dating?
While I'm dating, because it can be a little draining. You feel me?
Well, at the end of the day, when you start talking to somebody every day, it started to get a little too
draining
much.
And a little boring every now and then. But
I was gonna say boring. I was thinking more like you start moving too fast because you talk to them every day.
Yeah, but I'm gonna still stick with the boring. Some people ain't hitting no nothing.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm being real in this episode. If you went around with him,
people. I just recently had that experience. I had never had where I was bored. That's like
I done had that before because like we didn't have nothing in common.
It just like hurts a little bit.
It do because like I tried. You feel me?
And it's
like it just ain't hidden.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, nah. And like I just told him like, hey, like I know we were talking every day, like I just need a little space or whatever. And I think when I feel like I'm about to like when I'm going through something, you feel me, just personally, I'd be like, yeah, I just need to step back, you know, just talking from you for a while. And then the question got asked, like, are you talking to somebody else?
Why do that matter?
And I was like, that's exactly what I was like, why did that matter?
Well, he probably said that because he's like, if you don't want to talk to me,
you probably talk to somebody else. And then, you know, the crazy part is I asked a guy perspective. It's like, yeah, we want to know, like, are you talking to somebody else? I said, oh, shit, I really want to know.
See, this is the thing, because I feel like sometimes, you know how people say, like, you can't handle the truth? Like, sometimes it's like that, because you may want to know. Like, I think everybody in the back of their head is like, you know, are we only dating each other, or
like, what is this? Yeah, that's like, what I'm saying.
It's just
communication.
Like questioning people's life. But what you have to realize that y'all are just dating. Y'all aren't together. Nothing. I feel like it almost should just be an assumption at the beginning that both of y'all are doing your own thing.
Yeah, but then I've had, like, you know, incidents where it's like they've told, like, straight up told me, like, yeah, you're the only one I'm talking to. So I'm like, now it's like, do you feel obligated to, like, talk to that one person?
I think
don't.
I think if you're upfront and say, like, hey, I'm dating right now. So if you want to date me, you know, if you want to decide to only date me, I wouldn't put pressure on myself to be like, oh, I should only be dating him. Yeah. You know, but I do feel like maybe because they're about to, you know, put you as the only person on their roster, maybe you should dissect your relationship and see if it's even worth him holding on to it. Because it's almost like, if he's trying to get serious, then I need to see if I want to get serious. Yeah. I would say it like that. I wouldn't like jump to conclusions and be like, oh, well, I guess I gotta drop my roster. Like, no.
Because my ain't dropping. Yeah. You're not dropping yours.
Well, because what I will say though is, like, I've been on the other side. Like, I've been the guy that was like, I only talk to you. But I also was not like, oh my gosh, what are you doing? Let's do this. Let's go here. Like, I wasn't like on that man back, because I'm just like, I knew he wasn't on mine. You know what I'm saying? So I moved the way he was moving, even though key right there. I wasn't entertaining like a whole bunch of other people. Yeah. I think to me, I reciprocate energy. So if you can only give me once a month, then I'm gonna only give you once a month. I can't, you know, be giving. I'm
yeah, because Lord knows I'm tired of doing it, because I feel like I be trying to, like, show up as much as I can, especially if a guy is interested in me, because I don't try to be rude or get him like the cold shoulder or anything. Like, I do try my best, okay?
But that's why I said the truth is just hard.
Yeah, and I ain't gonna lie, like, I recently had to be, like, truthful, because it's like, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, like, what's and it don't even make a difference, because they be like, okay, cool, like, it don't even be nothing crazy. Like, they don't try to, like, ask too much. Like, they ask, it's like, all right, cool, and they don't do too much with the conversation. And it's like, what was the point of an accent in the first place?
That's my whole argument. It's like, you're gonna ask as if
you're not doing nothing with the information.
Yeah. No, well, I think truthfully they put it in their pocket. Yeah. And kind of just like I said, you just move accordingly. Okay. But what you don't do, you can move accordingly, but don't start to act funny. Like, don't act funny. Like, don't act brand new all of a sudden because I said.
Yeah, because y'all be trying to do that too. Yeah. Like, ain't nobody noticed that. Like, oh yeah, you trying to move funny now. Yeah. Okay.
Like, now you didn't change. I told you. Because at that point, if you're going to change because of something that I'm being honest with you about, like, I'm being upfront, then it's almost like, okay, this isn't going to work, because I don't want to say it's not a trust thing. It's more so about, like, you don't even want the person to have freedom. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like you already want ownership, but you don't want to come in. It's like you're being selfish in that situation. And at that point, you know, if you're going to switch up, it's really not coming back. I mean, you feel how you feel. That's why I said some people, I think they put it in their pocket and then be like trying to bring it up later. Like, oh, you texting your boo and this and that. Okay. You knew, like,
you knew what it was before you met me. You you knew what it was. You know the vibes.
Yeah, but I don't like to say that, because I do feel like some people, even though they say it, they don't say it. So I think it should just be straight up like, look, I'm doing this and I'm doing that.
Yeah.
If you want to stay cool, if you don't, cool. Like that's why I say you should just be ready to go. Not like that, but yeah, you should be ready. Like you shouldn't be you setting cement, you putting your feet down like this is where I'm gonna be at. Like no, you should have your running shoes ready to go. No, I'm not saying that. You should just have your shoes at the door. Just have your shoes at the door because you don't know this person. You getting to know them, and you know. Here's one thing I will say, and this is why I think the talking stage like ruins it, is because so basically people don't show their true selves until like a year or two in. And that's really like, and y'all, I can really like attest to that. Like I know most people that like have wasted years and then they finally show their true colors, you know? Yeah. But 9 times out of 10, you probably seen a few, but you just like ignored it. So it's almost if like instead of us been talking all that time, we should have just been together. And then it could have just been a breakup instead of like we've been talking. I didn't get nothing from this. You know what I'm saying? I didn't gain anything. And then I lose. It's like you losing something that you never had, but you felt like you had. It's like losing an imaginary friend. Like you was so into it, y'all was besties, and now all of a sudden it's gone. But it's like it wasn't there.
It wasn't there from the beginning because you knew what it was.
Everybody say it hurt worse because it's like you didn't gain anything.
Yeah,
you never got anything. So yeah, you gotta watch people.
Definitely do.
Okay, but do you think that what is the solution to the talking stage?
The solutions, I feel like we said before, like knowing what you want and like just know what you want. Do you want to like be married? You know, things like that. Do you want a relationship? Like, do you want to date multiple people? Like, have you set boundaries? Like, have you did like the groundwork that you needed to really know?
That go over people's head.
Like, y'all don't be putting in the groundwork. Like, y'all just be doing stuff. And that's why y'all be, you know, in multiple, you know, relationships, get your heart broke, and y'all don't like heal. And I feel like y'all need to do that. I tell people all the time, like, heal from the situation.
That is such a big thing.
Heal from it, because if it hurt, it hurt.
And you're gonna take it right with you.
Yeah, because you be like, well, he did me like this, so I feel like you gonna treat me like that too. Like, don't compare your last to your current. That's a word right there. Like, come on now.
The only reason why it's hard for me to like, I feel what you're saying. Like, I definitely like fully wholeheartedly agree. Yeah. And I think really this age is literally like where most people either they just missed out on their first love or they didn't maybe thought they met their soulmate, but that wasn't them. Like I think this is
thought you met your man, but that wasn't your man because he already said he didn't want a relationship, sis.
But it's literally like this is the current age where like your heart is then got broken, if not once, multiple times. Like this is literally that time, and I do feel like that's what people need to improve on. But as somebody that's done went through the ringer, my trust level is low. Like it's very low. I really like you have to prove it to me. I don't want to hear no words. I don't want to hear no plans. I need to see it. Don't be talking about, oh, we're gonna be here, we're gonna be there. No, take me there. You know?
I'm just saying, whatever future guy trying to hit my girl now, listen up.
Look, you need to. That's what I said. My first statement, y'all. I don't want to go through the trenches. I need you to be put together. Then I'm not saying you have to be perfect, but I don't want to go through the trenches. Y'all know how y'all see those posts? Everybody like, oh yeah, we've been through so much. I just love you so much. Thanks for sticking with me. When I hear that, y'all, all I think is cheating, and all I think is like. They didn't, you know, maybe said some crazy stuff to them, something like that. Now, sometimes it'd be like, you know, maybe they grew through some situations that were like outside of the relationship. But most of the time, y'all, it'd be the same stuff. It'd be they got done dirty and the girl or the guy stayed around. And all of a sudden they still together 5 years later. And then on the 6th year, on their anniversary, that's when stuff just start to
hit the fan.
Come to life. Like, who is this person that I've been talking to all this time? But at least you can say in a relationship, they were able to gain something from that. You know, you could say there was a partnership. Y'all was like each other, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all was really there for each other. But when you in just in that talking stage, you just wasting your time. And one thing I don't like is people to waste my daggone time. Y'all, did y'all see that tweet? Somebody was like, tell the truth, y'all. How long did you waste a girl's time? And the dude replied, he said 7 years. He knew he didn't want to be with her for real. But he just couldn't let her go. He was with her for 7 years.
Y'all be stringing females along.
Yes.
And then have a problem, like, once you get, like, fed up and want to cut it off, but, like, what you mean, bro? Like, I said this, da-da-da. And another thing, y'all, if a guy tells you he don't want to be in a relationship,
just go.
Please believe him. Like,
or if that's not what you want, then that's fine. If you don't want a relationship,
that's fine. But
but if you want
like I said, realizing what you want. If you want a relationship and a guy don't want that, go find a guy
that want that.
Period. Because y'all be like, oh, well, maybe I can change. Girl, you can't change him. You can try.
I done tried to change a man, y'all.
Don't ever try.
And this, this the gag, y'all. So in my experience, I ain't gonna say I changed them, but I definitely helped his situation. I poured into him. I gave him the guidelines to have a successful life. And not only me, but everybody in my circle, because everybody in my circle and my family is finna pour in you just like I am.
Yeah, definitely.
So it is a blessing to be able to be in that circle.
Come on now.
And he took advantage, reaped the benefits, and then when stuff went to the fan, he kind of started to act brand new, as if nobody ever put him on. As if nobody ever gave him nothing. I'm not saying hold it over his head that we just did so much. But it's also like you literally prepare somebody to be a great man for the next girl.
You didn't gave him the tools. Like, he didn't been through all of the mess with you. But for that new girl,
he about to give her the world.
Yeah, because that remind me, if y'all watch the show Sisters, that would remind me of Zach.
Okay.
And Fatima and Karen or whatever. If y'all know, y'all know. If y'all know about the show, like, Zach was cheating on, like, Karen and stuff and was doing her dirty, but now he with Fatima and she's a great woman, pouring into him, being a strong man and stuff like that. That's what be happening in real life.
A mess. A hot mess. So please don't do that, y'all. If somebody ever, like, helped you out or put you on, especially if it was a long-term relationship, acknowledge that. Don't try to act brand new and act like y'all ain't never had nothing, because obviously it was more. But 9 times out of 10, those be the people that still regretting it. I ain't gonna cap.
Yeah.
But with all of that being said, I do feel like karma come back to everybody. So, whatever you put out there is gonna come back to you. If you is a cheater, I'm no doubt you're gonna get cheated on. Like, it's gonna be a cycle. Whatever you put out into the atmosphere is gonna come back to you. So watch what you do.
Break your own cycle. You keep on doing the same stuff.
Now that's what I wanted to say. So y'all, I recently broke the cycle.
Come on, breaking cycles.
Because I have a habit of, like, like I said, I can only date one person at a time for real. So I was, like, dating this dude, and I thought he was cool. It was a few things that I was like, I don't know. But I was just like, trying to compromise. I'm already compromising before I got anything. First mistake. I ain't compromising. Y'all, I don't care what nobody say. God is not going to give you no man where you have to compromise on key things. Like, key things that are important to you. You should not have to compromise. The man that's supposed to be in your life, or the woman that's supposed to be in your life, should at least have the key things that you want from a partner. Okay? If it's some huge red flags and you like, well, I didn't think about working with that before, but maybe I could. Yeah, you could, but you shouldn't have to. Okay? Just go ahead and read the room right there.
Read it.
Okay, but nevertheless, I thought the dude was cool. We went on a couple dates. We was dating for a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And we're gonna talk about that later. But we was going on a few dates. Everything was cool, and then I just started to lose interest a little bit. You know, I just started to kind of like not feel it. I felt like, you know, neither one of us was putting in the energy. I feel like maybe we wanted different things, like stuff like that. And I could have worked hard, y'all. Like I could have like went hard, like, oh yeah, let's go out, let's do this. I'll plan it, I'll do this, I'll do that. I'm about to, you know, give my all into this. I could have did that. Like I could have kept him around. But I was like, it's not even interesting anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So I just had to let it go. Instead of trying to fight for something that, you know, wasn't even worth compromising over. Instead of trying to pour into somebody that, for one, I don't really know, and for two, have not done anything for me. So I definitely feel like y'all stand on your word. If you know for a fact, let's say one of your things was you don't want to yeah, let's go ahead and say it. Let's just say one of your things is you don't want to, you know, maybe get intimate or something on the first date or something like that. You know, sometimes you be like, oh yeah, this man is fine. This girl looks so good. Like, but you tell yourself this is not, you know, that's not the path you want to go. That's not how you want things to move. But you know, you getting tempted off first date. You already like ready to go. No, you gotta stand on your word, y'all. You gotta be like, I can't do this. If especially if the person that you trying to pursue, if you let them know, no, that's not what I'm trying to do. We on different waves. If they don't respect that decision, gotta go. Because they already are dangerous. Like they're already putting you in situations you know you're not supposed to be in, and they don't respect your decisions.
It did.
That's why I said it's respect too. Because they don't respect your decision. If you said, no, I don't want to eat at 12 a.m. in the morning, and they some nah, come with me. I'm gonna get you this. Like, didn't I just say I was on a diet? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like little stuff like that. People be like, oh, it's no big deal. No, it is. Because if you told them you don't want to do something, they should not be trying to force you. They shouldn't be trying to sneak and connive behind your back to make it happen. They working real hard, y'all. They working real hard.
Yeah, because they listening to everything you're saying. Yeah. And they taking notes.
It's like they trying to learn you. This is a freaking narcissist, y'all. They try to learn you to use it against you. That's literally one of their tactics. They such good listeners. They're like, yes, taking it all in, writing it down, putting it in a notebook, putting it in the back of their head, written on the back of their brain. And then as soon as they can just use it, now all of a sudden, oh my gosh, he's so attentive, and you remember that? Yeah, people love that. People love to feel like they heard stuff like that, and then they just snatch it away, do you dirty, use it again. That's not everybody, y'all. I'm just saying, watch out for these people. Watch out for them red flags. If anybody ever if you told them something in confidence, and then all of a sudden they bringing it up to kind of get at you, jab at you. Watch them type of people. Okay, so what I was going to ask Darty is, how long should you be in a talking stage? Or let's say this, how long would you date somebody before it's like, okay, what's going on?
I'm probably say around about 6 months.
6 months?
Yeah.
Before you be like, okay, we can be together.
Yeah, because I feel like you should know if you. I definitely feel like you should know that you want to be with somebody.
I think that's true.
Because I feel like people know with me if they want to, like, you know,
actually be with you.
Yeah, they know first thing, like, hey, like, you know, talking to me like, oh yeah, like you seem like a relationship and stuff like that. But I'll say like 6 months. Yeah, I feel like 6 months is fair.
To for be me. Asking that question.
Yeah. Okay. Because I feel like, yeah. What about you?
See, this is my thing. I feel like I don't want to put a time to it. I would just say how long it takes to feel like I know them enough to be. And this is the thing. I think this is where we missing it. I really think we missing a mark thinking that being like actually saying like we boyfriend and girlfriend, and really y'all, let's just stop making that such a serious thing. No, I think maybe it's serious because people don't want to stop dating all these other people. People don't want to be loyal. But it's not that serious. You're not marrying the person. You're just saying y'all go together and only y'all go together. That's it. And even if it's not that, if y'all gonna be together, let's say you want to have an open relationship, that could be a conversation too. It's not that. Ooh, it's not that deep. I think that's where we missing it. Like we need to stop acting like being boyfriend and girlfriend is that big of a deal. So, but I do feel like I need to know that person before I could say I want to be with them. Or I don't know, because I would say you gotta like them enough to like you how you feel like you need to take breaks. It's like you have to like them enough to want to not take breaks.
Yeah, I feel like if I got to that point, it's like okay, cool.
Yeah,
because I may know earlier than like 6 months or something like that, or like showing them interest, like for like I really I'm thinking about being your girlfriend. Like what's going on with that? Let me know.
Yeah, I think we should just stop being so scared.
But
But you should be ready. This is the thing. Only thing you need to do is know that you're ready to only date one person. And that's literally like the biggest decision. And making sure that you're going to be fine with dealing with that person. Or whatever they got going on. But, I mean, at any time, you could just break up.
Yeah.
It's really not that deep. In my opinion. It's serious, y'all, but let's not like act like, because I think people be straying away from dating or being with that person in the talking stage so much, and that's why people be talking for so long. But it's like either we gonna be together or we not.
Like stop.
Let's not think too hard about this. Do I like you? Yes.
Yeah.
Do I want to be with you? Yeah.
Simple.
Why not?
Let's do it. Like, come on now.
Yeah.
What we waiting for?
I do feel like, and this is my thing, when you start dating somebody, or if you start being with somebody, I think you should remember that it's okay to still get to know them.
Yeah, you're gonna do that.
Yeah. Because you don't have to like, because I think that's people be like, oh, like, well, I be feeling like that. I don't know this person. And that's why like, I feel like it's be tough. So do you feel like you like able to open up to people in the talking stage?
I'm gonna say yes.
Okay.
Depending on what we are talking about, in the conversation, and whether or not I feel comfortable with the person. If I don't feel comfortable 9 times out of 10, I'm not going to tell you. Like I'm being straight up with that. So I feel like yeah. What about you?
Well, like you said, sometimes it do depend on what it is.
Yeah.
Because I would say personally, y'all, I've been through like a lot of stuff. So like sometimes I'll be wanting to say something just because I want people to have a different perspective on the topic because I've been through it. But it's also like me telling them that I don't want them to be like running off with my business. It just don't work.
Gotta be careful what you tell people.
Yeah, but it's also, but at the end of the day, it is my truth. That's why sometimes I don't be trying to like think too hard about it. I try. Emphasis on try, because even if they do run their mouth, like whoever they run their mouth to is not gonna really know who I am at the end of the day. Obviously, they didn't really get to know who I was, because if they knew me, they would know I don't feel comfortable with you running off my business. And for two, it's like if I trust you enough to tell you that, you should like respect that. So I don't know why it should be a big deal, but I'm not as trusting, like I said, as I was when I was younger. So it's kind of like I'm really big on, I be wanting people to tell me something. Like, if I'm going to tell you this, what you got for me? Like, don't be like, because I know for me personally, because people say Leos are like selfish. I don't want to say that. I just think like we're like really self-aware and like are very like in tune with ourselves. So I don't mind talking and letting somebody listen. But it looks like you got to be careful with that, because some people are just listening, going in with your story, and all of a sudden you didn't hear nothing from them. Like, you know how somebody wake up one day and they like, people start asking them questions about their significant other, and they like, oh, I didn't even know this, or I ain't never asked them this, or we ain't never talk about that. It's like, you start to wake up and be like, I don't even know that person. I don't know nothing about them.
Yeah.
But I think what would be weird to me is I think some people, you'll be talking to them and you be thinking like, oh, I'm trying to get to know them, and you be asking them questions and they be like, don't worry about it. Or they be like, why you questioning? Like, it's like they feel like they getting questioned and they getting interrogated.
Yeah, real defensive.
Yeah, what is that about?
Yeah.
I don't
like
get
that's
that.
Honestly, I'm big on knowing like your background, like, like what you done been through, because I realized like how important that is just in like friendships and relationships. Because like, say for instance, if I say something and you get like, defensive right off that, it's like, why did you get defensive in that moment? Like, what happened to make you react like that? But I feel like people like, y'all don't be doing like that. Y'all don't be talking like that. But I've realized like it will help a lot, because you'll figure out the person a little bit more if you knew that, and you'll respect that. Like, oh, now I see why you reacted like that, because of this. And it'll be, like I said again, healing. Y'all don't be trying to heal yourselves.
And y'all don't be trying to communicate.
Yeah. Because how I'm supposed to know?
Don't like to have like hard conversations.
Yeah.
Which, I mean,
surface level conversations that I've said before.
Ooh. No,
y'all need deep rooted conversations.
Yeah,
like,
I hate people that's so surface level. I don't know nothing about you. Even though, one thing I will say, I met somebody that it's like they was getting deep, but it's almost if like they wasn't phased. Like, it wasn't affecting them. Like, they were just talking about it like it was water. And some people like that kind of scare me too, because then it's kind of like, it's almost if like you talking about it so easily, but like, are you like healed from that?
Yeah.
Or is this just,
because sometimes they're not.
Yeah, sometimes they like in a they in autopilot.
It's
where
like,
it's just like, oh yeah,
that happened to me in school.
Right. And it's like,
it's not cool. And I'm looking at you like, especially if it did not happen to you and you can't like relate on it, but you're being understanding. You like, so like, you good? And they're like, yeah, I'm good. I'm like, I don't feel like you're good though.
Yes, because for me, in my experience, people will keep bringing it up.
Yeah, it's like, why you keep bringing it up if you said you was good?
You're not.
I promise you.
Not to be funny, but like, you kind of need to go through that a little bit more, because it's almost if like it's almost like you're aware that it's affecting you, but you aren't fixing it.
You're not trying to tap into that, because I feel like you're scared, honestly, of like what that's gonna entail for you.
Yeah.
But I've realized that sometimes you just have to like literally go through it all the way, as much as you can. And then sometimes if you have like went through it all the way, you might have to go back and be like, wait a minute, I didn't finish what I thought I did, because you like, well, I'm seeing this person.
You get triggers.
Yeah, it is like everything they do, it trigger you. Now it's like, all right, let me really like disconnect from you, because it's not helping me mentally. Mentally, I'm not there.
I would say that, y'all, if y'all been through like a talking stage or like a rough relationship with somebody, it's like we said, don't take it with you to the next one, but also like
take heed though.
Yeah, definitely like learn from it. But I also feel like it's almost like a portion of you that is like still like, maybe you haven't like got over it.
Yeah, and you thought you got over it.
Yeah,
but you be like, because and
you constantly like still like, you're not actively thinking about that person, but you kind of like moving as if that person still is like got you.
Yes, so got you hooked on whatever they got going on, and then
yeah, and then with your new person, now you just thinking like, oh well, such and such used to. It's like
no, such and such. Nah,
I'm not such and such.
Yeah.
Yeah, it could just be a tough thing, and I feel like that's why a lot of people, especially older people, well, give or take, most people now will suggest like just wait until later in life to actually start dating, just because you do have to do a lot of self-work.
You do.
And especially because I know, and like I said, I did say before that being in a relationship is not as big of a deal as people make it.
Mm-hmm.
But it's definitely an expectation that you want to get out of the relationship. Like I know for sure, like if I know that I'm fully together, like I done healed, I done did like the work to make sure that I'm mentally stable, I can handle somebody else, not to say dictating, but they are part of my decision making now and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
I do need to consider that they should be helping me grow. They should be pushing me to the next level, like, pour into each other. Mm-hmm. But it's like almost like agreeing to like share yourself with somebody else. But you can't really share when you don't know
what it is that you're sharing.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Because you know what happens? A lot of times people are starting to like, because the other person is pouring into them so much, they starting to just take.
Yeah.
And they have nothing to give because they're not self-aware. Yeah. And whoever that's doing that, I'm telling you, the person that you're like feeding off of, they're getting tired.
Yep.
They're literally drained, and they just don't see it. A lot of times you don't see it for a while. You just be like, oh yeah. But really, to me, especially in this day and age, start to realize how you feel after you are with somebody. Like, let's say you went on a date.
Lord.
Do you feel energized after the date? Do you feel like a little, like, not physically, but like mentally or emotionally drained? Mm-hmm. Do you feel like you had to, put in a lot of effort? Because I know, like, for me, because I'm not saying I'm just this great communicator, but I can talk. Like, I know how to hold a conversation. So with that, if I feel drained after, then that means they didn't give me anything. I was just giving them so much.
Talk about it.
Yeah. So you got to be careful with that stuff, y'all.
You do.
But you have any like, oh my gosh, we did not do advice of the day in the last episode.
We didn't. It's going to do it this
Dang,
episode.
but this not advice of the day. I'm just gonna say like, what would you say based off of your experience to somebody that's like trying to date?
I would say, if you're anything like me, I would definitely say explore your options.
That's big.
Don't try to, put everybody in one box. Just explore, see what's out there for you, and you will eventually find what is for you.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's my advice.
I agree with that. But one slight little addition to that. I feel like if you're going to explore, make sure that like, just like how you would explore a new city, you always go back home.
Yes.
Yeah. So kind of like check in with yourself. Like, okay, is this somewhere I want to go again?
Yeah.
Like literally, like, did I like my stay? Did
I appreciate it? Did I feel good? Like, did I feel sad? Like, what's going on? Yeah. If you liked it, you'll keep on going back. Yeah. And if you don't, you're not going back then.
Right. But I was gonna say like how I said, like, your standards basically of like what you want out of a partner. Like, if they're not fulfilling that, like, you explored that person, like you tried them, but don't get too stuck. Like, you need to go back home. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, you need to like realize that, like, okay, no, that wasn't it.
Yeah.
But I mean, I got mixed feelings because sometimes I be like, don't be afraid to try it. And sometimes I be like, that was a waste of time. You didn't want to. Yeah. You wasn't going to be with them.
Yeah. Because if you already like know that you're not going to be with them, like, just say that.
Because this is the thing.
Like, don't waste their time.
Because the tables will turn and you wasting their time.
Yeah. So I've realized that you just can't sit here and waste people's time.
Yeah.
You just have to say like what it is. Like, I'm just big on saying it now. Like,
yes,
if I don't like you, You're gonna know. Because I'm not gonna give you all of my energy. I'm probably giving my energy to the next dude.
Ooh. That hurt.
I know that hurt somebody.
What's I say? Like the truth can be like hard.
Yeah.
But that's why I said have your shoes at the door. Because
you might gotta put them on one day.
Yeah, you need to be ready to put them on. Yeah. Because at the end of the day, if you dating somebody, they don't. Especially if you go on the first date, you don't know if you want to be with them. Well, you might have a little inclination, but at the end of the day, you haven't made up your mind of like, would I date them? Like you probably thinking about it, but you're not sure. That's why you go on multiple dates. You starting to like figure them out and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, you gotta make sure that you checking in, making sure you feeling that you're not. But don't be how we say, we got issue with people doing this, people doing that. Don't start being that person. You kind of gotta check yourself. Like, am I the one that's kind of dragging them along? Yeah. Am I the one wasting their time?
And it might be a harsh reality, Yes. Because I've like done that like before. And I had to like talk to and like get outside sources when you are like, in dating to people that you trust and the people that like really know you and know who you are and know a little something. Okay. Yeah. Because I had to realize like because I was talking to somebody maybe I'm gonna say about a year ago. Yeah. And I realized that like this is when I realized like my communication like sucked at that time. And I realized like why it sucked when I talked to like one of my friends. I was like, yeah, you probably, reacting this way because of this, that, and the third. Like, and I'm like, oh, like that makes sense for me. And realizing that I'm like, okay, now I really have to like work on that and be like more open than what I was. Because at first I wasn't open. I was just like, it is what it is. Like, I ain't trying to talk to nobody. Cool. Stringing people along. But now it's like, you gonna know with me. I'm not gonna string you along anymore. Like, you're gonna know.
And I'm gonna say, like, we're not perfect. I'm not
trying to.
See, this is the thing. I don't want to do tit for tat, but I do feel like the way I've been done dirty, I ain't never done nobody dirty like that.
Yeah, I
ain't never. You know what I'm saying?
Me either.
It's like not to say I'm just this great person, but at the same time, I've never done nothing like that.
Me either.
But what I will say, like, I just like you said, like sometimes like just doing some self-reflection because I haven't always been the easiest partner or person to date, especially with the communication. Y'all, when I say close off, like I was so close off, and I had a really hard time just saying how I felt.
Yeah, I had I couldn't express my feelings, y'all.
But this is the thing, y'all. You had to find somebody that's gonna work with you too, because I think the people that I dealt with, maybe they was not to say they was like so farther along their self journey, but I do feel like they just had a little more confidence, I guess, in the situation. So with that, I was kind of like lacking in a sense of I can tell somebody how I feel. Because sometimes it's just hard to describe like, oh, well, I feel sad because, and maybe you don't even know why you sad. And it's kind of hard. It's like, okay, yeah, they said something that like triggered me, but I don't even realize that that's what it was. And then they actually was wrong and you saying nothing. Y'all, I used to do that all the time. I used to always have an attitude or I'm like getting emotional and stuff like that. And they're like, what's wrong? And I'm like, nothing. Like, it's nothing wrong. Okay. You gotta say what's wrong, because then I can read your mind. Y'all, I wanted a mind reader so bad. Like, I just wanted him to just be like, oh, she's sitting over there with an attitude. Or not even just with an attitude, because some people don't even know what an attitude looks like. Okay?
They know what it looks like on me, though.
No, but guys don't be paying attention.
They don't.
So, I could be over here like this, but I didn't say nothing. Or I could be like in my phone. Like, I've been in my phone for like 2 hours. Instead of him questioning like, oh, like, why you not talking? Something like that. He just like, oh, I guess something in her phone was just so interesting. I'm over here pissed. And I didn't say nothing. See, stuff like that, it's like you got to make sure you communicate. Say whatever you got to say if it's an issue. Now, the key thing is whoever you're dealing with, can they have an effective conversation with you? So, like, if you tell them, look, I ain't like how you was raising your voice. Nah, I can't do that. You know what I'm saying? And they over here like, well, I'm only raising my voice because da 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 da. See,
calm down.
Now I don't want to talk. Cause you now you doing too much. I just told you I had an issue. You just go ahead and do the same thing again. Like some people just don't know how to work with you.
They don't.
You gotta meet people where they at. Like if I'm trying to like communicate with you, you might say something. And this is the thing, y'all. People are gonna say something that might like tick you off. But they're not trying to say it in a bad way. Especially if somebody actively tells you like, hey, like I'm not trying to do you dirty. But I'm also just telling you. I'm also just telling you how I think our relationship could improve. Yeah. Because I had to do that with even friendships. Like, yeah. If I have an issue, if somebody have an issue, I want them to tell me, am I gonna be like super receptive depending on what it is? Maybe not. But if I really want to put work into it, then I'll make it work. But they got to meet me too.
My dating experience, high school versus now, is definitely different for me. Back in high school, I wasn't doing a lot of dating per se. I really wasn't going on that many dates. I was doing more of like that childish stuff, talking to a lot of guys.
You were dating. You were dating.
I wasn't dating. I was talking.
Texting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, heavy on
let's just bring it all the way down.
Yeah, texting and FaceTiming. Yeah, that's what I was doing back in high school. Now I feel like I'm more open to like go on actual dates. You know, got my own little whip. You feel me? And dudes I'm talking to, they got their own little stuff too. Got their whip too. So I feel like I'm definitely more open. Like I said, to it. And, you know, saying the type of dates and stuff that I want to go on and communicating that to let them know what we finna do.
Speaking of these type of dates, would you go to somebody's house for a date?
No.
I feel like that's what everybody be doing nowadays.
I am not even gonna lie. No, I don't want to pull up, sir. I don't know you. What I'm pulling up to? Cause somebody story time.
People be snatching people up.
Yeah, you're not snatching me up. Start.
What's the story time, girl?
So this was like, this was recent. Like maybe.
Okay, don't be selling receipts now.
I'm gonna just say it was real recent. This, you know, this guy that, like he followed me on Instagram and everything like that. He cool guy. I ain't really like know him like that, and we like was talking for like a little bit or whatever. And it was, he hit me with the like, oh, like, what you doing? You feel me? And I'm like, you know, I ain't doing nothing or whatever. He was like, oh, like, are you trying to pull up on me this weekend at my house? And I'm like, pull up where? At your house? Because first I'm like, is you living with your parents or you got your own stuff? You feel me? And it was given, he was living with his parents. Like, I don't care about that because, you know, I'm still living with mine. So I don't really judge on that.
But how you going to pull up?
I know. That's what I was trying to figure out.
Somebody else's house.
I'm pulling up to your mama's house. She's like, oh, but I got like, you know, my own stuff. Like, that's cool. But I'm not doing it. Like, I don't even know you, dude. Like, why you talking about some Netflix and chill?
See, and that's my thing.
Set up. I don't want to Netflix and chill. Because you try and talk about some, oh, we can cuddle and stuff like that. What are we cuddling for, sir?
Stop the cap.
Right. It's serious. What you capping for?
This one thing, if we're going to date, then it's like we're doing something. So when people be like, oh, pull up on me or like, let's link this. And I'm like, what are we about to do?
Please let me know. And you don't have nothing planned.
Yeah, just let me know. What are we about to do? What I'm just supposed to go over there, get on my phone, watch TV. Like, I could do that at home. Yeah. I don't need to go to your house to do that. If you have other plans, say that. I'm not dumb. And ain't nobody dumb. So people be doing, it's like, people just be going with it because y'all be trying to sound like it's going to be something, but
it's not.
Everybody already know what it's going to be.
I can see through the BS. Yeah. And y'all don't be thinking like, oh, she can't see. Like, no.
No, girls is not dumb.
Baby, I'm reading you the filth right now.
Yeah. And it's almost like sometimes you got to be careful how you approach people, because they'll just take that and run with it. Because I mean, that's what you put on the table. So that's what I'm gonna think you're gonna be on.
On that type of time, man. You ain't even on that type of time. But you, I'm gonna leave that right there.
But I was gonna say, like, for me, how I've just like changed, like, in the dating scene. I just think now and we've talked about this before in previous episodes, how I just want more. Like, I don't want just this little surface level BS. Not to be funny, but like that's really what it be. And just kind of, I don't want to keep saying waste my time, but it's almost if like right now we don't want to be doing anything where you don't have anything to gain, you don't have anything to benefit, you're not bringing anything to the table, and you're not necessarily how can I say it? You're just not doing anything for me, you know? I'm not saying you gotta finance me, but it's like, bring something. Like, what is something that you're good at? What can you teach me? What can I learn? How can we grow? Like, I mean, I honestly do be like irritated with people like, oh, I'm trying to build an empire. I'm trying to do da 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 da. I mean, sometimes that stuff do begin on my nerves, but at least you striving for something. Like, at least you going for something. I think like when I was young, I just wanted somebody to like be around me, love me. You know, I just want somebody to love me. You know, that's how I felt when I was young. And like, I am a hopeless romantic. So like, when I was young, I was just getting very much, you know, if it's giving attention, he think I'm cute. Y'all, I was really insecure. So I'm just like, he think I'm cute. Oh yeah. Get on my line. Let's talk. You think I'm fine? Oh, okay. Yeah. Let's go. But you know, it's not all about that, because it's like you can find plenty of people that think you fine, and people, y'all. And let me say this, y'all. If you single right now, and you like me, and you single, like, it's people out there that think you look good. They feeling you, like they think you just this down to earth girl. But let's just say, like, maybe you not really their type, or they not looking to date, or like they know where you at in life, so maybe they're not at that level. It's people out there that's feeling you. I kid you not. Like, I know there's people out there that's feeling you. They peep what you doing. They probably keeping up with you low key.
They are. I promise you, because everything she's saying has happened to me. Like, dudes will be like, you know, sometimes scared to approach me because like they know that I'm not nothing to play with.
Oh Lord.
Respectfully,
well, people can just see your value. You know, you don't have to fly around. You don't have to talk. Like, people just can just see that. So a lot of time, I know all of y'all, or at least some of y'all, have had somebody be like, oh yeah, like, I've been peeping you for a while. I just didn't say nothing. Like, stuff like that. It's like, and you may be on the other end. Like, you may have somebody you like, oh yeah, I be watching that. Yeah. But let's say, you know, they got a girl or a guy at the time.
And then I'm gonna wait till it's over. Then
okay. Or it was never that deep, so you didn't really like go for it.
Yeah.
That's how I be.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah. Or some people, you know, sometimes just like, you know, I'm not finna, you know, put all my eggs in that basket, so maybe I'm just not gonna shoot my shot or stuff like that. Like, it's a whole lot of different variables. So don't just think like, oh, nobody want me. It's somebody that wants you. They just not ready to put in the work. That's really what it is. Yeah. Or they scared, or they got something that's going on right now. It's complicated. And by all means, figure out that complication before you come to me. Come on. Definitely agree. So I'd rather wait than have, you know, somebody waste my time because they got other stuff going on, or they're not willing to put in the effort right now. And that's just it.
So hopefully y'all did get some insight on our dating life in our 20s, and you know what we done been through a little bit.
Yeah, I'm waiting to be with somebody real bad.
Yeah,
real bad.
Yeah, because it'd have been a hot minute over here. Okay, but
okay. I ain't even gonna say nothing on that comment. But
it'd been a hot minute.
Yeah,
what? I'd have been in a relationship.
Oh, me too.
I know. I had to clarify that.
Oh, a relationship.
Yeah.
I haven't been in a relationship in 6 years.
Mine's just like probably around the same time.
Yeah. But what is your advice of the day, Daddy?
My advice for today is to be self-aware.
Okay.
Like, simple. Be aware of yourself in everything.
Yeah.
What I didn't say in this episode, go ahead and put it in. Take heed. Do that groundwork and get yourself together. Prepare for your husband. Ooh. Prepare for your boyfriend. Whatever stage you at in life, prepare for that person, okay?
Cause y'all,
and also remember focusing on yourself too. Okay.
Y'all, this might sound like hard to hear because it will be hard to hear, but 9 times out of 10, if you don't have no man, then you're not ready for your man.
And I'm not.
But yeah, so for real, 9 times out of 10, you're not ready for it's not the right time for you in your life right now. So that's probably why it's not happening. And I low-key believe that about myself because I got a lot of not pretty curse. I got a lot of stuff going on. And adding somebody else to that, they would have to be like ready. Or it's like they would have to be prepared to like share me with all my endeavors. Okay, my advice of the day, y'all, since like we're at an age where we're ready to discover new things, we're trying to figure ourselves out, we're trying to go after different endeavors, like don't be afraid to kind of like take somebody with you, or like don't be afraid to or don't push away dating just because you're trying to go after your dream. Okay, because this is like a really big time where we kind of like doing that groundwork to get it done, but don't let that be like, okay, I'm gonna start dating when I turn such age because I know I'll be at this point. Like, no, don't try to like push people away because like just like right now, like I know I got a lot going on, but could I make space for somebody? Yes, but at the end of the day, God knows what you can handle. So He's only gonna give you but so much.
Come on, so much you can bear.
Yeah, but definitely like don't lose sight of your dreams, meeting somebody new, and don't push it back as well, knowing that you're chasing your dream. So yeah, I think that's all that we have for today. I want to know what y'all been going through in y'all 20s, like everybody day now. I feel like most people go through the same stuff though.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think it all starts, y'all, after your first love gone. That be like the catalyst for everything else. But yeah, that's all we have for today. You have anything else you want to say?
Nope.
Lord, I'm not even gonna comment. But yeah, you can catch. Okay, make sure y'all follow us on TikTok.
Yes, please.
At authentic_conversations. And you can catch us with a new conversation every Monday, y'all. Every Monday we upload a new conversation and we may spill the tea
with Darty
and KP.
We out. Peace. I'm going in. I'm
gonna just stop that too.
Yeah.
It's almost at 30.
Yeah. Okay. Lord. Yeah. Stop playing with me like I'm one of them because I'm not.
Okay. Then you.
Y'all. I'm sorry.
Okay. No. Don't even. No. This ain't a vlog.